Afternoon. I would label myself at some time I was an activist, more into it. I'm not so much now. In my time, at one point, I was banned. I had a lifetime ban from South Africa because of my involvement of the anti-apartheid and me standing outside their embassy and doing that. I was all a part of that, so I had a lifetime ban. I stand with the Tamil warriors in Sri Lanka, so I'm banned from Sri Lanka. I've been a member of the SWP, I'm a member of the Greenpeace, and lots of other things. And because of this, and because I knew from day one what could be the consequences of the bullshit that comes, I knew very well that if I was ever offered work in America or Australia, New Zealand, and quite a few other places, I would have my work permit turned down because of them. And I'm willing, and I stand by what I said and believed in and did. Everything I did, I really truly believed in, 100%. It wasn't for something trendy, it wasn't for something to be doing or anything like that. I really believed. In 1982, I went to my first political meeting, and I'd been about 15, and it was a C&D meeting. And it wasn't the film War Games, the 1964. It wasn't the guy who taught. They had a big map, and they had all the strike zones of where there would be hits of nuclear rockets. And I sat there and I realised I haven't got a Scooby-Doo chance. And that's what converted me. I'm a proud member of the C&D and supported it and always will. I am anti-nuclear, I'm a pacifist, I'm anti-war, I'm an outspoken person for this government. This is why I don't wear masks on demos, because they know who I am and I scare them. I have trained people to do this as well and encouraged people and educated people in it. If I was to put myself anything, I believe in socialist views, but I'm self-governing as well. I believe that you're equal, you're the same as me. I don't care how you were born or where you were born and what you were born from. It's bullshit to me. Yeah, we are all equal. We all fart, belch, bleed, poo, pee, and so does the Queen, and so does Charlie, and all of those others, and the Pope, and all of those people. They are the same as me. And because of this, I've put my cards on the tables, and I've stood up for what I believe in. In the 1983-84 miners' strike, practically every one of the miners got their gas and electric cut off because they couldn't pay it. But they still stood up to what they did. They still went to the picket and stood with their comrades and did it. I've just been reading today and looking at some of this thing about the American film industry, and certain American actors, multi-millionaire actors, have gone on strike for the day. Piss off. Not interested, mate. Because there's no risk. You're not fighting. Are you really fighting for us? Are you really on our side? Then form a group and refuse to go back to work till all demands are met. See how you get on with them. See how you get on with them, mate. See how long it is when you're blacklisted. There used to be a TV programme on television years ago, an ultra-Christian programme called The Waltons. Grandad Walton was banned for 15 years because he was a part of that Hoover lot, because he was a socialist. If your name even was mentioned in it, that's your career normally done. That's how these things are. Watch the Truman film about the guy who wrote Spartacus and all of that. Honestly to God, yeah? Watch him when he confronts John Wayne. When John Wayne calls him a bunch of dirty commies. And he turns around and goes, "Where was you during the Second World War? I was in Italy, he was in France, blah, 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 blah. Where was you, John?" Nowhere. You know, so this is what it's about. It's about standing up for what you believe and taking the risk. If there's no risk, What is the point? You know, I'm an outspoken person who's done very many things in my life, and you know, I've done it. I've done it. And you know, this is a part of standing up. This is the people we want. This is what I've been talking about in politics and the Stop Oil and Extinction Rebellion. It seems to me, and it really is, it's just a bunch of trendy fuckers. And I'll tell you something now. There are people in this town I live in I could take you to, and you wouldn't believe how they lived in buses or were devout vegans and drive now BMWs and wear Ben Shermans. Seriously, honestly, I've seen it all. I have pretty much stuck to my politics all my life. Since 1982, I've always been a lefty, and I have. And this is why I've stepped back, because this bullshit lot's come along, taken charge and pushed people like me out of the way and said, oh, we don't need you anymore. What have you done? And things like that. Yeah? Let's see some of these people in about 20 years when they're voting Tory in UKIP and things like that. Seen it. And I know people who have. We need real people to do real stuff. Going on strike for a day when you're a multi-millionaire is a load of wank. Sorry guys, don't support you guys. I support the workers. It's always the workers I'm going to support. It's always the working class I'm going to support. Peace out.